It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a podcast to listen to. I am finally back. I took a 6-month hiatus from Unapologetically Fly, but that does not mean that I haven't been busy making sure that I stay unapologetically fly. So in this episode, I just want to tell you all about what I've been doing on my journey back to wellness.
Welcome to Unapologetically Fly, the podcast dedicated to giving you the tools, inspiration, and information you need to finally live for yourself, no matter the age, situation, or circumstance. I'm your host, Renee Mitchell-Simpson, the self-love and happiness coach and founder of Well Diva Lifestyle and Travel, the premier luxury wellness travel sisterhood for the flyest of aunties. Now get ready to ride along on my journey of reinvention, even at this big age, because sis, I need you to know it truly is never too late to fly. And by fly, I mean finally live for yourself.
I realized after the fact that between COVID and menopause kicking in, I picked up something like, I think, over 20 pounds. We just gonna say 20 pounds, okay? Because I don't even want to count anymore. But since this realization, I have lost, I've lost, I know 10, okay? And I'm working on another 10. But I just wanted to share, what am I doing to stay unapologetically fly? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you my short list. I know I have 7 things on the list. There may be more, so there'll possibly be a part 2 if you're interested in that. But I just want to give you a quick rundown of what you should do if you're not already doing as you enter or while you're in menopause. Okay, so this is for my ladies. First thing, of course, is diet. Now, many of you know, you already know that I follow a plant-based diet. I have been following a meatless and dairy-free diet for about 4 years now. Yeah, about 4 years. I gave up beef and pork several years ago, and then it was the chicken and fish that I went back and forth with for a while. So I follow a plant-based diet, not saying that that's what you need to do, but what I do want to tell you is that I am focusing on making sure that I get good sources of protein with every meal. And that's what you'll want to do, particularly in menopause, because during this time in our lives, we are losing our muscle mass. And so you want to maintain and even build muscle by making sure you're getting a good amount of protein. And by good amount, I'm meaning like 20 grams of protein per meal. Some people even say 30 grams, and that's probably more for if you're really trying to build muscle, which at this point in life, we should be trying to build muscle, okay? Not that you're going to bulk up like a dude, but have you noticed that women in our 50s and beyond, we're usually pretty toned when we look really good? Like, think Angela Bassett, think Viola Davis, think I'm thinking Jada Pinkett. The women they're just toned. Jada's mother, I don't know, Grammy they call her, Gammy, whatever her name is. But these women are toned, right? Because they are maintaining and building their muscle mass. So that's what you want to focus on with your diet, is protein, so that you can build that muscle. And then that leads me to the next thing I'm going to say is exercise. For the first time in my life, I'm lifting weights. Okay. I was doing Pilates, which is nice. It makes you lean. It lengthens your muscle. But in order to build muscle mass, I am lifting weights. Okay. Now, sometimes that's not something we've done before. We're a little timid going to the gym. Y'all, I went to the gym and I ain't timid. I found out, like, it is not a big deal, because guess what? Ain't nobody at the gym looking at you. Everybody in the gym is working on their own body. I mean, you might have a few people that's in there trying to meet somebody or whatever, but that's just not the majority of people in the gym. I think most people are there to take care of their own personal business. So you don't have to worry about that. You find a good gym that has, people who are knowledgeable and can help you. That's good. Another thing, though, and ooh, I'm getting a little hot because all these doggone lights. Another thing, though, that I have done is I have created a gym at home. So I have, because I've always had all this equipment. I've got the little dumbbells. I even have the weight bench and the big barbell. I think that's what it's called. The big one, the long one that goes across that you could do bench presses with. So I have that. I still haven't bought the weights to go on that. But I do use my dumbbells. I have the little mini Bosu balls. Like, there's so many things that you can do at home if you don't want to go to the gym. And you can even start with doing like wall sits and push-ups and lifting yourself up. What do they call those? Like, you're pressing your hands into the ground and you're lifting your body up. All those kind of things you can do at home if you don't want to go to the gym. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about, though, is limiting alcohol. Y'all know I used to keep my wine. Like, I used to do a glass of wine, like, almost every other night. I have cut out wine because it is high in calories. It is empty calories. It also interferes with your sleep, which is another thing that I wasn't aware of. Like, what? I didn't know that because I used to drink a glass of wine at night to help me sleep. So they say it interferes with your sleep. I'm not sure if I can specifically say I noticed that for myself, but I have cut out wine and I have seen the weight coming off. So let's just leave it at that. And then the other thing is sleep, honey. Get yourself some good sleep. It is going to help with brain function. It is going to help with creativity. There are so many benefits to getting some good sleep, and I'm talking 7 to 9 hours a night. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm making sure my room is dark. I already had the dark liner on the curtain. That's one thing you can do. I also put on a sleep mask. They even make sleep masks that are big enough for your lashes if you have lash extensions. I also tell Alexa, I won't say her name because she'll start talking, but I tell her, or if you have Hey Google, I put that on Do Not Disturb, because if you don't, it has a little light that circles at night sometimes. So I say, please go on Do Not Disturb. Like, you want that room so dark that you think you done died and went to hell. That's how dark you want your room so you can really get some good sleep. The darker the room, the more your brain tells you to release melatonin hormones to help you sleep better. Y'all, did you know that? So that's why you don't want to have your phone on, looking at your phone when it's bedtime, because that light from the phone is telling your brain that it's not sleep time. Okay, so you want to shut down that phone 15, 30 minutes, even an hour before bedtime so that your body can start preparing for sleep. I like to have a little white noise at night. I use the white noise app and I use the cricket sound. That works for me. It just makes me relax, and it just makes me, it's like my body says, oh, it is definitely nighttime, peacefulness, time for sleep. Okay. Next thing I'm going to mention is the opposite, sunlight. You want to get your sunlight. You want to get out of the house and get some sunlight, get your vitamin D. 20 minutes a day at least. And if you're not getting a lot of sunlight, get yourself one of those lights that'll give you artificial sunlight, and you can keep that light on in your house 20 minutes or more a day to make sure you're getting your proper vitamin D, okay? Another thing I'm doing is keeping a positive mindset. That's something I've always been into, but even more so now. Like, I've shut down the amount of time I spend on Instagram and Facebook and looking in them stank ass comments, because the people in the comments, why are they so nasty? Why are they so hostile? Like, it could be funny, but I mean, that's where all the toxic people are. They're going off in the comments. and they seem like people who probably have no kind of life. Like, so I don't want that energy on me. So I do that to keep a positive mindset. Turn off the look, looking at the comments. I don't look at the news anyway, but if you're looking at the news, that is definitely something that's going to help you keep a toxic mindset. So you want to avoid that. And then the final thing I'm going to say is meditation. Just clearing your mind. I heard somebody say, if you don't go within, you will go without. Ooh, let that sink in. So I try to just take some time, and I'm still learning. That's why I say try. Meditation for me, I fall asleep like it ain't nothing. So look, that could help you if you're trying to fall asleep, right? But just take some time to listen to your breathing, do some breathing exercises, allow your mind to just empty and be clear and free. That's going to also help with creativity. And one more thing I'm going to say, walking. I mentioned for exercise, I mentioned using weights, weight training. I forgot. Walking has been so vital. I have been starting my mornings with at least a 5,000 step walk, because my goal is to get at least 7,000 steps a day. They said 10. It's my understanding that it's the pedometer industry that said it's 10. You really need at least 7,000 steps. So if you're getting 7 instead of 10, you good. If you get 10, that's even better. The more the better. So I try to get the 5,000 in the morning, because I figure throughout the rest of the day I'll probably get another 3 to 5,000 steps in. But anyway, in the morning I'm able to get the exercise from the walk, get the sunlight from the vitamin D. And if you can walk keep up a certain heart rate, your target heart rate, go on Google and figure out how to calculate your target heart rate. If you can walk your target heart rate throughout your walk, that's going to help you to burn calories even faster. And there are studies that show that walking can help with brain health and help you maintain your cognitive ability. Ain't that something? Like all that just from taking a walk. Okay. And then also maybe it'll help you to come in contact with other people. If you're somebody like me who stays at home, works at home, you don't see a lot of people throughout the day, it's good to get out and interact with other people. That's another thing. A little bit of social activity is always healthy. One more thing too I want to mention is, as far as supplements, I take barley green. It's a powdered barley grass that I mix with water, and I drink that every morning. I'm also starting to alternate it with moringa. So, because I'm not a juicer anymore, I used to be into juicing way back in the, I don't know, 90s. I was into juicing back then. And now I'm just not into it. I just don't feel like doing it. But I do drink my barley grass juice every morning. And like I said, I'm alternating with moringa and also beet powder. That's another thing. So, just to make sure you add something to your food. Because even though I do organic fruits and vegetables, a lot of times our organic isn't the quality that it used to be. And it's not the quality that it would be if you grew it yourself. So just another little something. And then also water. Please make sure you're getting enough water. I got a scale that tells me my percentage of hydration and percentage of body fat along with my weight. So it's good to know how hydrated you are. It's also good to know what your body fat is doing as you work towards building muscle. Are you losing body fat? Because that's the goal. Lose body fat, gain muscle. But also you want to make sure you're staying properly hydrated. Okay, so that's my wellness. That's my plan for my journey back to my ultimate wellness. If you have something to add, let me know. Send me a note, send a comment, write it in a review, write it in the chat, whatever, wherever you're watching or listening. Let me know, what can we add to this list so that we can all maintain our fly through the 50s and beyond. Okay, so that's it for now. That's my first episode of the season. I will be back with many more, I promise.
Thank you for watching. Now be sure to like, subscribe, share with your besties, and tell me what topics would you like more of in the comments below so I know I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. I also invite you to join me in the Well Divas on one of our unapologetically fly wellness travel experiences. Visit welldiva.com and select someplace wonderful to meet up with us. Until next time, stay unapologetically fly.